Hello everyone, welcome to Armored Warfare on PS4. Today we are beginning with a new series of Armored Warfare videos where I show off some games I had, some games I'm maybe a little bit proud of. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a pro gamer, I'm not a particularly very good player, but I just like the game a lot. I have played it on PC. Eventually I had to stop playing it on PC because I had no time for it. And now it's finally on PS4. PS4 is the only thing I still game on it, so I'm very happy with that. So we are here today with the XM800T Law. It's a tiny AFV with a 220mm autocannon. And oh boy, with this thing it really feels like you're going seal clubbing. At least in this game I had this feeling. This is what it must be like to go seal clubbing. I mean, I'm in a tier 1 game with a tier 3 autocannon AFV. The only thing on the enemy team that's my tier is a Dragoon tank destroyer. So yeah, we're just gonna have a little bit of fun here. That's all I can say. I mean, what else should I say? I'm a very aggressive player. I do not camp in bush. I do not hold back too often. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. A lot of times it doesn't, and I don't care, I don't mind. It's just to have fun while playing this vehicle. So I'm going to get here on my first victim. It's a PT 76 67. Is it 67? 67, yes. All I usually do in AFVs is trying to be quick, trying to cap, and then focus on outflanking enemies. Now the PT 76 67 isn't alone. He has a Type 62. No, 76. Sorry. And yeah, this Type 62 does do quite a number on it, but on me. But I make sure that I get building behind us. He did see that coming, so he turned around to towards the other side. I might have been tracking back, but still no problem here. I'm fast. I do quite amount of damage. This is already kill number 2. Here's another Type 60. I make a tiny mistake here that I think he's focused on my teammates, which eventually he isn't. I mean, what would you do if you're in an MBT and a tiny XM800 is standing still behind you? Of course you turn around and try to demolish it. So, but still, I have my speed. I can easily circle around him. I do get hit a few times, but still, no problem. So yeah, here you can see this kind of feels like seal clubbing. This is going really quick. We're already on 3 kills. So here I go, capping point 2, making sure my team gets a head start for the next phase with points. From here on out, I wait, I check my minimap. I do this regularly. I recommend other people do this too. From here on out, I see that the Dragoon is coming for me. So I go sit up here and wait, try to cap as long as possible. I do finish my cap, and now the Dragoon comes in, but he can't fire on me directly because I'm on the hill. The rocks are between us. And from here I have also help from a other Type 62, which gets the main focus of the Dragoon. And this way I can easily finish him off. And this is kill number 4 actually. And for some reason I don't think this one counted as a kill for me, because in the end it will say I have only 4 kills, while I will have 5 kills. But yeah. And at this point I thought, like, I'm low on health, why not just repair my vehicle, so I can go back and do not have to sacrifice myself or die and have to drive even longer. I mean, if you have the time, you can do this. It's not a shame to die in global ops, as long as you don't do it too often. What I see is that there are a lot of MBTs, a lot of people playing like the World of Tanks style playing. They keep themselves very back of the map. They don't dare to advance, and they just all sit there and trying to shoot at all the other people on the other side of the map. So yeah, basically camping. And that's not really how armored warfare works. You, especially in global ops, you can be aggressive, you can try to do different tactics, maybe get some other people with you to attack, try to outflank, stuff like that. I do it all the time. Sometimes, a good amount of times, it really does work out for me, and sometimes it doesn't, and no biggie, no problem. You just respawn and try to get back in the game. You just have to make sure that you advance, you play aggressive, that you try to cap as much as possible. Also the smaller objectives, like the bunkers, drones, and also the bigger objectives like the airstrikes, they are very valuable. Here I'm engaging with another PT-76, and I break contact really quick to help capping, because if you're with more than 1 people, then you can cap faster. And here I see that the Dragoon is trying to cap the drones. So I'll go straight up to him, and I try to do the same trick as always, trying to do very cheesy to maneuver between his shots, trying to keep my speed in it and to circle around. And this way I check if everything's safe, and then I can go capping. The only problem with capping is that people know where you are. So you always have to make sure that you go try to put your vehicle in a position where you are defended, out of sight, possibly out of firing lines, and that might really help. Also make sure that they don't reset the cap on you, and yeah, sometimes that can be pretty challenging. So here my team has a smelt victory. So they started capping point 5 and then point 6. As you can see, I just drove straight into that rock. Sometimes driving can be a little bit tricky on PS4. Vehicles are sometimes maybe a little bit slower than on PC while steering. The joystick is sensitive like that. I could try throwing the key layout, changing the key layout, and using the triggers to drive. I don't really want that. I want to have the zooming and the shooting on the triggers as much as possible. Now here I have the airstrike. I check the mini-map. I see a lot of red trying to go cap 0.5, so I throw an airstrike straight onto them. And from here on out, it's just a pretty much well done deal. We have 1.6, 1600 resources. The enemy has less than 400. We have both points, so their resources shrink fairly quickly. And from here on out, that's it. That's all that's gonna happen. So yeah, quick recap. With the AFV, it's a lot of fun driving this thing. It's a lot of fun working with autocannons. It's really good that you have the locking ability on PS4. It really helps out a lot. From here on out, yeah, this really felt like seal clubbing because I was 2 tiers higher than the rest of my team. So it was a really easy win, but it was a really fun game. I think the enemy, the other team, feels really different about it. But yeah, don't we always have things like this? And it's too bad. For once I was on a good team like that. So yeah, here I am. I have 5.5k damage done, 4 kills registered. We all know that. We've seen it, 5 kills, but yeah, the game probably has a small glitch in there. And here you can see I have almost double the damage done. Towards my teammates. And here we jump straight into a game with my AFV 150. I have not recorded the first part of the game. Here I fight on a T62 straight away. It's because I am still learning how to properly record everything on PS4, and something went wrong somewhere. Wrong. So yeah, now I'm trying to get better insight on everything that's upstairs. In the AFV 50, it's a wheeled AFV. It also has the autocannon. It's very strong like this, but the wheels in relation to tracks, they have a different way of steering. Not always the best way to play really fast games with it. Sometimes I make a lot of wrong steering choices, steering mistakes, stuff like that. And here I find out that I am actually in the cap circle, but not capping, because I was already there when the cap circle appeared. So only now I'm capping. Took quite some time. Now there's this scimitar that tries to get an aim on me, but he's not really getting to it. So we continue. Sometimes the aim with zooming in is a little bit off. So I'll just have to zoom in out a lot of times. But yeah, it works. And here I find out that I'm taking on the fire, taking quite some fire. So I seek refuge behind the container, trying to cap again. Here's another scimitar trying to get me. And from here on out I thought like, oh yeah, I'm dead. But apparently I am dead. There are 2 scimitars also with autocannons. So yeah. That's just a matter of time. I pinged my teammates that they should try cap here. Here we are watching to someone who's being AFK for some reason. I don't know what his reason is. I don't care what his reason is. It's too bad. But there's nothing we can do about it. Well, yeah, of course you can report those people. But everyone has a reason for being AFK sometimes. Just don't do it all the time, guys. Also don't do botting. Botting is also very, very, very bad. Not only for your team, but also for the... yeah. For everything, actually. So here I go, instead of capping, I go straight into the airstrike, because I feel like I need to clear it first, and then go capping. So I usually put this on priority above normal capping, just to make sure I have the edge over the enemy when I go cap and they know where I am. So here I spotted them. I'll make sure I line it up. I think this is a bad airstrike. I think I didn't hit anything at all. Oh yeah, I did hit the guy that I spotted. So from here on out I'll go straight to the bunkers, especially on this map with global ops. If you can get these bunkers before the last phase of the battle, then you can have a really good edge on capping both point 5 and 6. He doesn't dare to show his face. And now we have bunkers on the enemy side of point 5. So we can focus on capping. And this is what I mean with wonky driving of wheeled vehicles. You just hit a little bump and it just goes all over the place. So I decided to ignore everything that was behind me and focus on capping and taking out everyone that's in the middle. And for some reason I'm being ignored by this T62, but that's no problem. At least I think it's a T62. But there was too many enemies anyway, so no problem. I die. Shit happens. I continue to respawn. He continues to be AFK, so I got check on other teammates. And now I find 2 people AFK. I don't like it, but as soon as I spawn in, one of them starts driving, so I'm really happy with that. You just can't leave your team hanging like that. Not every time. Yeah. So, excuse me for that. It's very late. And I had a long day. But there's no excuse, of course. I want to make these videos, it's my own choice. Here I wrecked this Leopard 1. he could not escape my autocannon, especially when you can take them on the side. You can wreak up a lot of damage. And it's just great fun playing this type of vehicle, especially when you have enemies that do not dare to advance and camp as much as possible, like this, like what happens here. And thus far on PS4, I really enjoy it. It is a little bit harder sometimes. It's a little bit easier on the other times. Yeah, there are some. Of course, there are always ways to exploit the game, but I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for the fun gameplay, the way I want to play tanks, play different types of vehicles. And this is a good example of how I play with AFVs and how much fun it is. That you don't die all the time. You can do a lot of damage, a lot of chaos. You can rack up a lot of crazy shit, crazy stuff. So, and here we go. Now we have both caps, and the enemy does not have a lot of points left, so I just go straight in, see what I can do, see what kills I can still get. I did do some damage to the Leopard 1, but that's it. So yeah, thus far I'm really enjoying this game. I'm playing it since the 20th of February. I used to play it on PC. That was also great fun. Too bad I do not have the time to do it on PC anymore. But on PS4, yeah, it's great fun. It's doing what it's supposed to do. For me, this is not a broken game. For me, this is a fun game. I want to focus on the fun part of the fun of the game. Show people that it is really worth trying out. Especially now, it's on PS4, on the PS4 store for free. So why not use it? I hope you guys enjoyed this. I am fairly new in the YouTube business. I am really new in editing. This is the first time I edit a whole video on my PS4. Here I did 14k damage in the LAV. That's a tier 2 vehicle with 14k damage on its name. That's a huge amount of damage for a tier 2 vehicle. So that's why I wanted to show you guys that. And here again I have almost double the damage done than the rest of my teammates. So I hope you guys liked it. Leave a comment, subscribe if you want to. Let me know what I can do better, what you liked, what you didn't like, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.